A brief explanation about the Book of Mormon. The Book of Mormon is a sacred record of people in ancient America and was engraven upon sheets of metal. 4 kinds of metal records are spoken of in the book itself. The plates of Nephi, which were of 2 kinds, the small plates and the large plates. The former were more particularly devoted to the spiritual matters in the ministry and teachings of the prophets, while the later were occupied mostly by a secular history of the people concerned. 1 Nephi 9, verses 2 through 4. From the time of the Messiah, however, the large plates also include items of major spiritual importance. The plates of Mormon, which consist of an abridgment of Mormon, the large plates of Nephi, with many commentaries. These plates also contained a continuation of the history by Mormon and additions by his son Moroni. The plates of Ether, which present a history of the Jaredites. This record was abridged by Moroni, who inserted comments of his own and incorporated the record with the general history under the title Book of Ether. The plates of brass, brought by the people of Lehi from Jerusalem in 600 BC. These contain the 5 books of Moses and also a record of the Jews from the beginning down to the commencement of the reign of Zedekiah, king of Judah, and also the prophecies of the holy prophets. Many quotations from these plates, citing Isaiah and other biblical and non-biblical prophets, appear in the Book of Mormon. The Book of Mormon comprises 15 main parts or divisions, known, with one exception, as books, each designated by the name of its principal author. The first portion, the first 6 books, ending with Omni, is a translation from the small plates of Nephi. Between the books of Omni and Mosiah is an insert called the Words of Mormon. This insert connects the records engraved on the small plates with Mormon's abridgment of the large plates. The longest portion, from Mosiah to Mormon, chapter 7, inclusive, is a translation of Mormon's abridgment of the large plates of Nephi. The concluding portion, from Mormon chapter 8 to the end of the volume, was engraven by Mormon's son Moroni, who, after finishing the record of his father's life, made an abridgment of the Jaredites' record as the Book of Ether, and later added the parts known as the Book of Moroni. In or about the year AD 421, Moroni, the last of the Nephite prophet historians, sealed the sacred record and hid it up unto the Lord, to be brought forth in the latter days, as predicted by the voice of God through his ancient prophets. In AD 1823, the same Moroni, then a resurrected personage, visited the prophet Joseph Smith and subsequently delivered the engraved plates to him. About this edition, some minor errors in the text have been perpetuated in past editions of the Book of Mormon. This edition contains corrections that seem appropriate to bring the material into conformity with pre-publication manuscripts and early editions edited by the prophet Joseph Smith. Okay, so what is that saying? So the Book of Mormon has 4 different types of records. It has the plates of Nephi, the plates of Mormon, the plates of Ether, and the plates of brass. The plates of Nephi are there are 2 different plates. There are the small plates and the large plates. The small plates are devoted to spiritual matters, and the large plates are devoted more to secular. Then you have the plates of Mormon, which consist of an abridgment of Mormon from the large plates of Nephi, so those secular matters, with many commentaries. These plates also contain a continuation of the history of Mormon and additions by his son Moroni. Then you have the plates of Ether. We've talked about those. Those are the ones where the Jaredites came over during the time of Babel. And then you have the plates of brass. Those are the ones that Nephi and his brothers, which we will read about, went and collected from Laban, and are the first 5 books of the Jews, which are the first 5 books of the Old Testament. There are 15 different chapters, or not chapters, but sections. And then Moroni ends the book. And then I talked about in the previous video how Nephi was directed by Moroni to go and get the plates, and how he did that. And so, thanks for joining today.